So Kayla never had education in her past. I made this in Australia about these roses because every time I went to go for a job, every step, these roses were making these girls look sensational and look like they've got great careers, and I was being killed as trash. And now looking at myself in the video, I can tell I look really, really washed out, and everybody's covering it up. How long are you going to keep covering up the truth? This is 2017. Look how young and beautiful I am, and this girl was obsessed about her health because I worked with old people and it scared the hell out of me, and I was obsessed over my health, and I had a thyroid problem, and I wanted to wear a bikini because I always got fat really easy, and I believed I had thyroid issues, and the doctor could never ever find it. They've also been putting stuff up my nose to make my voice really, really deep and heavy, and it's not. My voice was really, really light. Even like if you listen to my voice, like probably 3 years ago, I have got a normal voice, but it sounds like I got a cold in that recording. But this happened to me. This wasn't just aging. This is overnight. This is one day I'm with my mum and my family, and I left in Auckland, and one day I woke up getting sick and looking really bad, and there was mold on my walls. Next day I looked like this over probably a course of a year. And so this is about 2017. This is 2018. And my story was silenced. I was told nobody should care about me. I got healthy and I got this skinny during the time they were telling everybody I'm mentally ill and a loser and a spinster, and my skin got really, really good, and I was really healthy. I just had massive bags under my eyes from the violence in my past that the police would never look into it. They keep silencing me. They won't let me have anything looked at. And I mean, this shows that I'm being killed about being able to talk to anybody. They're isolating me, and it's abuse. So I'm social, I'm out. This is just before the Civil War really, really cracked down. I still had peace out in the public. I was just a little bit bullied in cafes, and this is the kind of food I can do. Look, this is just catering stuff, but I can do a lot more than this. So my face, this is this year at June, and basically all the residents in Remuera were saying, why are you stranded here? I said, my uncle's there, and they said, why won't he help you stay in his house? And I said, I think the government's cracked down on him. And then they said, that's not good enough. And I said, I don't know what to do. And she said, they're bullying, it's my birthday. She said, and the police are kind of being corrupt, you need refugee help. And she gave me a text about it, but the refugees won't help me. And then the Swifties sent me this, one napkin, one life, about me in the toilet. Because there is some sort of weird game going on, and these guys send me information through here, and it's not through a text, it just, I don't know how they get it onto my phone sometimes, there's a whole lot of stuff about this Joker guy, and I didn't take a photo of it, and I'm pretty sure I didn't. This is how I came home to something that was kept in a sealed area. It's got maggot. It's not even maggots though. They're like little worm parasites. And that's what was in my water too. These parasite things that eat you. So yeah, this is me after they started a war, and I had bags under my eyes, but I looked really young, and I was still happy taking photos of the sun. And this is how devastating it is. And 3 years have made me look like I'm a nutcase. I'm devastating, I'm depressed, I'm a fucking nut job. But and trying to make out that I'm lower class than everybody, but I wasn't. I was deprived of a life. Like, look, I'm dressed in a blazer and I tried to get asylum. This was the kind of things that I was wearing. You know, I wasn't, and then I just got really sick and I can't be bothered looking after myself because it's very hard. I'm trying to find these photos. So here's the cleanliness. It's like, I may be messy for a couple of days, but it's toxic to film me day in, day out, and my mood day in, day out. It's really abusive because I've already, you know, so this is me as I went to Sweden. And this is, I love the glasses they've got over there. So I look really healthy and happy. And this is me 6 months ago. I got my head smashed in. And what I'm saying is, how do I go from this to this in 6 years without abuse? Like, there's been an abuse, and I got this 2023, and that's when the mayor cracked down and said I was a slut. And then they sent me this, that she is adopting me, and she was like a pimp. And they just started this all over the internet, and I just got killed, like, on all these memes, and I got harassed. There was all this saying I was a cat root and that I'd had no integrity, and it was all this organised pornography on all the internets, and all the public was saying I'm very frowned upon for sleeping with young men. And I think there's something dodgy going on. And this is the 21 men. There's 5, the famous 5. See, that's my auntie. Name, pride for the 3. So they basically made these girls all famous and killed me. Like, I can't get hold of my sister. I haven't emailed Anna for years, so this is European as well. And this is the civil rights I was learning 3 years ago when I looked nice in that blazer. And suddenly I went from this girl fighting for my rights to kidnapped out of my home with all the artwork that I was doing. Now they're all artists, now they're all journalists. Everything that all my goals that I was achieving, they've basically executed me, and now I look like this. Really washed out, really sick, really sallow. I've got really enlarged organs, and nobody's accountable. The government's not telling me what's wrong. Even this is for Tessa, Australian Pride #1. So I haven't got rights. It's not just that. There's a Chinese hacking me as well. So there's a lot of different governmental forces in my phones, and this is when I knew that they'd killed my innocence. Because not only did my mum have this calendar and it had a memorial and it had a massive angel at the top and all these flowers around it, and I started crying, like this wave of sadness came, and my guide angels told me that Ruth had killed my purity, basically, and I couldn't prove anything, so I just put it to the back of my head, because it's kind of like, who do you tell that you're having these spiritual epiphanies about criminals abusing you? And this is 6 months ago in Junior's house and Charlotte's house. I'm in my bed and I fell asleep for about 3 weeks, hardly waking up at all. And I saw a mushroom and I saw the intestines, and I also went outside and I saw that there was a rubbish pile. If you go outside, I'll tell you what made me realise what they'd done to me. If you go outside Farmhouse Lane, where I used to live, if you walk down that main road that comes off Farmhouse Lane, on the left before the alleyway there is a place, and there's a green doghouse kind of thing, and then there's a lake, and it's all like a massive thing looking like I was drowned in all this rubbish, and a kennel. and police surveillance, and I just, for some reason, like, I knew what they were trying to tell me over the other side. I knew that they would, and I mean, this sounds crazy, but I knew it, and I knew opening the fridge that they'd given me a massive penis and taken away my light work. Like, this is a huge part of my identity, and I didn't know Ruben and Kiki were stealing that off me, and it's really scary. And I didn't know Melania was also taking away an education that I've already worked for. So this is me after I got disemboweled, and that's not natural. Something happened to me in that room and nobody protected me, and all my phones are hacked with Icon no matter where I go. So somebody is stopping me communicating for years, and people are proud. People are really proud because of the way I look and how I'm bullied, but it's like I've done all the work and they get all the glory. It's like this was my kind of photography for years. I love the sun and I love nature, how it all looks so beautiful, and it's very peaceful to know this isn't normal. Okay, this is what I woke up with, this massive gut. I've never had a gut like this in my life. Like, when I get fat, it goes to my ass. I've never had a gut like this. If I get fat, I get a wobbly belly. This is cancer, I think, and I'm not getting treatment. I want to know who took me off my mum. This isn't normal. I'm hated in all these books, like the Book of Life, the Book of Mormon, then a book of Job, then a book of something else, there's a Book of Mormon, a Book of Job, and a book of accommodation, and I'm barricaded out of all of them. And this is me before they pumped my stomach full of crap. This is the same house, Farmhouse Lane. I look healthy, right? And suddenly I just woke up with this massive gut and this really washed out face saying that I was going to be dead by the white flower. And then